So that intention is actually really, really important. And I think whether you're doing it with psilocybin or anything, if anyone's listening and just, I think everyone has to approach their healing journey with a serious intention and purpose. And I know you're
Exactly.
big with that also, this like idea of purpose-driven medicine and everything. How are you incorporating that as well? Because that is kind of the spiritual component. Do you have a
Yeah.
purpose to heal? Are you here for a reason? And everyone is, but you have to figure that out. How are you incorporating that within your practice?
It's interesting. It's so generational.
Yeah.
I'd say certain generations, it's a little easier to get that point in that it's not just like you have the symptom, how do we get rid of it? But it's a whole healing journey,
Yes.
right? Life is a journey. So, with its ups and downs here I am. And I thought, of course, when I was a kid, I thought this was like, I'd be at this age and never change. And now I'm just continuing to realize there's just more to unturn. There's more to work on with myself. There's more to reveal. And then, having children just also, but my point is like, it's hard. Some patients are come in and it's lovely when it's like, I have this emotion, I have this physical body. Things are off. I do feel I could use some support with, more holistic medicine to deal with this. And I'm open to that. And I'm open to the journey of that work. But then also I know that there are these things in my life, these triggers, these emotions, or these things that aren't working out, or I don't have real purpose. And what am I figuring out with that? And so it's wonderful when people want to do both. I'm hesitant to tell people, oh, well, you have to also want to do this. So I'm a little more patient centered in that way.
Yeah.
So, I don't have everybody necessarily doing all their emotional work, but it's amazing though when it's nice though when people start talking about and they do open up to me about, their stresses, their emotional journeys, what they're going through. Then it's really once someone opens up with that, I say, okay, now we can go into that now.
Yeah.
Like, well, what are we doing for that, and what will help you the most? And of course, with resonance testing, you can test what might help them the most. Then also people really kind of know what they want to do too. So, it's a great like avenue and a window to go in. Like just by telling a couple patients that I was going to Dispenza, they bought the progressive intensive retreat online.
Oh, nice.
You can buy it and do it. And these are older patients of mine, like much older, never meditated a day in life. I'm like, great, at that. So I think, I wish all my patients were, I would, in all honesty, I had them all working on all avenues of that, but I kind of treat the visit with the patient like a journey. We start here and maybe in a year we can move into this or maybe sooner,
Right. Yeah. It's interesting to watch people as they unfold when they go through it. We kind of initiated a while back this idea of, purpose-driven medicine and writing down before you start the treatment. What is your goal, right? Write it down, write
I
it
love
daily.
that.
Like, what do you want to
Yeah.
get out of this? And picture it. Like maybe you can't right now go on a hike, but that's what you want to go travel to, the Swiss Alps and do a beautiful hike. That's what you always wished you could do, but your knees ache, you could barely get out of bed, anything you want. And what we saw, some patients just really weren't for it. They're just like, get this out of here. I just want to feel good. Shut up and put the IV in me. Like, I'm not writing this crap down. A lot of the older male, I guess, ones definitely were like, what are you kidding me? Like, I'm paying you to write down this stuff. So it's funny, but it's even funnier that like 4 weeks in or 8 weeks, whatever, into their treatment, they'd be like, hey, can you give me that back? I want to write. It's like they started to open up. As you heal, you change. Like true healing. And this is the big thing about medicine. I think so many get wrong because so much of medicine, their measure of success is alleviation of symptoms. So it's like if you had pain and you take a pill and you don't have pain, it's like, oh, successful. I did a treatment for you and you are better. Like
the
yay.
Western approach. Yeah.
Yeah. And we're like, oh, you saved my life. I don't have pain anymore. It's like, yeah, stop taking the pill. And do you have pain? It's like, yes, you're just sweeping on the rug and looking for suppression. Real healing changes people, right? I've seen that where people come in one way, are very against the purpose-driven thing. I'm not writing my goals down. It's like, maybe you should journal. Like, are you kidding me? I'm not a young kid journaling in a little book. And then by the end, they're journaling and loving it and telling people they should journal. So I think this idea at first and finding where they are in the journey, maybe in the beginning they're very hesitant to do something like writing down their purpose, reading something like Dispenza or Hawkins and all this stuff that they
Yes.
may find outside. But as you heal, you open yourself up to new possibilities and different things. And I think that's the beauty of the type of medicine I know you practice, is that it does open you to new possibilities and it shifts you at your core. As you heal your body, you heal your mind, you heal your spirit, and you start to change
Right,
overall as a person.
it's
Yeah.
beautiful. It's all connected.
It is
It's
all
beautiful,
connected.
yeah.
And that's why I know that this is the future of medicine just from seeing it. And you know that as well. And, part of getting people to understand that and shift the paradigm of medicine is getting people to be aware of it.